Postal family, how's everybody doing? My name is Saeed. Welcome back to my channel. What's going on this Wednesday evening? Today's topic I'm discussing USPS won't be forced to sell their EVs. There was a bill in the Senate. They were trying to get Postal Service to sell the EVs, the minimum EVs we have, but that's not going to happen. So get into that topic. But first, if you're new to the channel, my name is Saeed. You know, I love postal content. That's all about postal content. Sometimes I cover other places, other companies, FedEx, UPS related stuff. So if you like this kind of content, I would love to have you join my channel. Thanks so much. Keep giving the channel the thumbs up. Appreciate that always. Everything I say on here is from my views, my experience, and my research. I don't speak on behalf of USPS Postal Service. Never do, never will, in none of my videos. So there was a question that I received from a carrier on the comments. Wonderful comments. You know how much I love comments. Person was asking, the sick leave after a certain amount of years go from 4 to 6, like annual leave. I think if you're watching, I think you meant annual leave. After 3 years of service, that goes from 4 to 6. Sick leave, I wish it also went to 6. Not that I'm aware of. You had said your friend has done 13 years, and so obviously it's not going to change now. I mean, that's annual leave. Had they Postal Service start changing sick leave from 4 to 6, maybe I'm not aware of it, but last I checked, it stays at 4. It doesn't matter you have 13 years or 46 years. It don't matter to answer your question. So thanks a lot for that question. It had me thinking for a second, but we wish Postal Service does switch it up to 6 in a certain amount of years. Unless I'm mistaken, I haven't heard of such a thing. But leave me in the comments if you guys know something about this. Does it really switch over from 4 to 6, or sick leave stays at 4, don't matter how many years of service you've done? So anyways, let's get to today's topic about the EVs. USPS won't be forced to sell its EV vehicles. Yay! The United States Postal Service will keep its electric vehicle EV fleet, thanks to a ruling by Senate Parliamentarians Elizabeth McDonough. A Republican proposal aimed to force the USPS to sell its 7,200 EVs and related charging infrastructure, intending to cut costs and roll back Biden administration environmental initiatives, including re-signing $1 billion in EV funding from the Inflation Reduction Act. So cutting corners, trying to cut everything left and right. Why the sale won't happen? McDonough ruled that the Republican proposal violated the Byrd Rule, which requires provisions in budget reconciliation bills to have a direct budgetary impact, not just be extraneous policy changes. This means the proposal couldn't pass with a simple majority, essentially killing it. So that's good, I guess. Trying to take our EVs away. We haven't even seen the regular Metrix vans where I'm at. So forget about the EVs. But in a sense, it's a good news. We get to keep our 7,200 of all of them EVs. They're good. Overnight they charge in the stations and just plug them up, and you're ready to go. Now if the electricity runs out during your route, you're bad out of shape. So I don't know how that supervisor and managers, knowing what goes through in our particular stations, I don't know how that's handled. This ruling saved the USPS an estimated $1.5 billion in losses from selling off its existing EVs and replacing them. We don't even have the 1.5 billion. So the USPS had warned that such a move would seriously cripple its ability to modernize its aging fleet. USPS EV Future The USPS is moving full stream ahead with its EV plans, aiming for at least 66,000 EVs by 2028. This includes 60,000 next generation delivery vehicles, NGDVs, those big windshield vehicles, the duck looking things, that's what I call them. This includes 60,000 NGVs from Oshkosh Defense, with at least 45,000 being electric, and 21,000 commercially available EVs like Ford E-Transit vans. The initiative is backed by $3 billion from the Inflation Reduction Act, with the total investment reaching $9.6 billion by 2028. The USPS is also building a nationwide charging network. They are? Not in my neck of the woods. Nothing is coming to the hood, man. I haven't seen anything. No new vehicles or LLBs or left and right dying, but the mechanics come every morning and bring them back to life. Forget about vans. Nothing is heard, coming to us. So that's kind of disappointing, but it is what it is. That we're blessed to have our gigs, and so be it. If God wants, we'll have newer vehicles sooner rather than later. But for the short term, the mechanics, nothing coming our way. The initiative is backed by $3 billion from the inflation. The USPS is also building a nationwide charging network with 14,000 chargers already in the works. This new vehicles will offer significant upgrades like AC. Oh, wow. AC in the Postal vehicles, yes. Advanced safety features and increased cargo capacity, addressing critical needs for mail carriers and modernizing delivery services. So that's that article. The Congress, Senate not trying to, won't be force us to sell our EVs. So that, in a sense, that's good news. Other than that, whichever stations have these things, you guys are lucky. Thank God for all we do. And like I said, many stations are still with the LLVs. They're not looking to go anywhere anytime soon. So my LLV, awesome as it is, it's having some critical issues. Put it in reverse and it shuts down. I've wrote it up a few times already, but nothing seems to get done because, I'm sure a lot of you are, well aware of what happens to these LLVs in the warmer temperatures. My coworkers tell me even when they turn the steering wheel left or right, and they max out the steering wheel, it cuts off. That's pretty normal. Mine is just whenever I put it into reverse and I don't hit the gas, I let it go on its own. It's gone. I have to crank it again. Sometimes even going forward. So, like I said, these things, old, beyond old. Customers are amazed, each new customer, to find out that these things don't have AC. Same old story, where us and our beautiful LLVs from 1994, whatever it is. That was a good year, 1994. So yeah, so, in any case, we got to stay positive, all we do. But anyways, the EVs not being sold, it's definitely a good news. Congress trying to mess with us left and right, trying to cut costs, everything they can take out. This from the Biden administration. He brought the EVs, that was under him, and Mr. DeJoy's plan. So yes, we'll get to keep our vehicles where they belong. USPS invested some money in them, so it's awesome. I feel happy for the stations who have them. You get to charge them. Any of you that have them, have you run into any kind of issues like the electricity running out during your route? Let me know in the comments if any of you have these things in your station, and what's the ups and downs of it. Like, I know EV and regular car is certain charge in it, and you know, they have a extra battery pack, but I'm guessing these things, they give you an extra battery pack in case you run down out of electricity during your route, or how does that work? I won't see it anytime soon, so that's the reason I'm asking. Need some info on that if you guys have them in your stations. But other than that, that's it. Nothing new going on. Like I said, what's our president Renfro was talking about something to do with VA. I believe VA is trying to take away all the bargaining with its members, all the something to do with unions. This news just came out. He hit a tweet, so some bargaining VA is gonna take away the bargaining for its members, stuff like that. I'll get into that in the hopefully next video or so. But hope everybody's good out there. If I hear something about Steiner, the new Postmaster General, also I'll report on that, and keep you guys up to date. Hope everybody's good. Stay good out there, stay hydrated, and MailmanSyed will see you on the next video. Take care. Have a good night.